Welcome to part 3 of the Cuphead playthrough. I'm in Porkrind's Emporium to get more stuff. Whetstone? No. I don't use the whetstone. It will turn your parry into an offensive move, but honestly it's not as useful as I would like it to be. What I really want is the charge shot. Does anybody else hear that? Oh, I don't have enough for the twin heart. Damn it. I'm gonna have to come back another time for that. The charge shot is very effective against the next boss I'm about to fight. You press and hold the shoot button to shoot a massive bullet which does a lot of damage to whatever it hits. However, if you shoot it as normal bullets, it's very, very weak. In fact, the uncharged charge shot is the weakest gun in the game. So the next style is pretty interesting. Most of the bosses are hard, but others are not really that bad. Oh god, it's King Dice again. Turn back, no! Looks like I might have underestimated you bums. You gave it to those debtors, but good. Go over to the next island. Lots of fun times waiting for you there. And King Dice broke his leg on the way down. No, seriously, who does that without twisting something? The little mugs have some fight in them, I'll say that much. They're making mincemeat out of them debtors. You see, I knew there was something special about those fellas. Well, don't be too sure just yet, boss. I think there's something fishy about those two. Don't blow your wig, Dice. If those two little things try something, I'll be waiting. If you turn the TV or computer off, the highlights of the Devil's Eyes will probably be burnt into the screen. The first boss I'm fighting for Isle 3 is Werner Honeybottoms. Werner Honeybottoms, that name is amazing. I like this boss, but you want to have the charge shot for this one, and make sure Nicolas Cage doesn't play up to this point. I'm not even sure if Nicolas Cage even plays video games. Anyway, Honeybottoms will start out by sticking her security guard at you. He'll come close to the bottom of the screen. This guy will throw out pods that will break into 6-way shots. The charge shot will make quick work of this guy. The screen will continuously scroll up as honey is flooding the building. You have to keep jumping. Oh god, it's sussily named character. Run for your lives! Honeybottom's attacks are screen-filling hazards that are hard to avoid in some cases. One of these attacks is a giant triangle that shoots in 3 directions and floats across the screen. Whenever Honeybottoms is in the middle of the screen like this, she will shoot torpedoes in a wavy pattern. This is hard to dodge and keep up with the platforms at the same time. This attack, all there is to it is timing the parry with the orbs here. Oh, that was close. How did I not get hit there? But the next phase coming up is a bit cheap. Honeybottoms will turn into a plane and her attack patterns will become even more difficult to dodge around. Oh god, the buzzsaw. I don't know how to avoid that buzzsaw for the life of me. The fists, however, I can avoid a bit easier, but they fly around in a strange way. Barely dodged the saw that time. Looks like you just need to be on the opposite end of where the saw blade is dispatched. This boss usually kills me a lot. I'm surprised I got it on my first attempt. Let's see my results. I know it's not an A. I probably never get an A again in this game. I'm not going to go north just yet. Instead, I'm going to go right. I want to deal with the harder bosses first. You're gonna need some tips if you want to kill all these deadbeats. Start by mixing up your weapons. Can't expect your arms to work the same on every foe. Mix and match, landlubbers, that's what I say. A bit late into the game for her to tell us that, but okay then. Anyway, the next boss is Captain Brineybeard. He's a bit of a nuisance, but not too difficult after you learn his strategies.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
There are a couple of things to look out for in this fight. The treasure chest that's hanging on the top of the screen will drop if you're underneath it. If the treasure chest has an aggressive look on its face, you better watch out. Brineybeard himself will shoot a squid at you. Pink shots can be parried as always with the pink things, which reminds me of something. Mighty number 9's a punk. Never mind that. Brineybeard will also summon a giant shark to hog up the left side of the screen. Run close to the boss when that happens. The pirate boss will also summon a giant squid, which if you played the Super Mario Kart games, this attack is a direct reference from. The screen will get splattered with ink and I can't see shit. Why would they reference the worst power-up in Mario Kart? Next to the blue shell. No, seriously, the blue shell sucks. You could be winning a race and then all of a sudden you're in 5th place because of that thing. The treasure chest on top. You want to activate it and then move away quickly because it will take time to attack again. You really don't want to get blindsided by that. Brineybeard is the person you want to have extra hits for. There are a ton of attacks that are trying to kill Cuphead all at once. Take 15 or 16. The second phase is where the ship will start spitting salty sea dogs and cannonballs across the floor. The worst thing about this boss is that the pirate is the only thing that gets damaged in this fight. That is until the final phase where it's an even smaller target to aim for. That's why I have the chaser. The final phase of Brineybeard is a bit awkward. That damn treasure chest is still active, and that will probably be the most annoying part of the boss's pinch mode. My strategy is to hit him with as many specials as I can. Once the ship goes into pinch mode, I'm going to save up my special meter for the screen clearing laser. Damn it, Yoshi! I wouldn't be surprised if that squid's name was actually Yoshi, but it's not. There's the giant shark again. Freaking fantastic. Where's Chief Brody when you need him? It's a missed opportunity for the game to put in a Wilhelm scream. The guy just goes flying overboard. The boss gets super dangerous here as the ship will shoot a laser of epic proportions at you that you can actually bounce off of because it's pink, but trust me, it's fucking suicide because you have to time each button press with the way you bounce off the laser. It's really finicky. Hey, guess what? I have a giant fuck off laser too. And that treasure chest is still trying to kill Cuphead. I hate that thing. You can't even kill it. The next level to the north is a running gun stage, and I think this one may be the hardest running gun stage in the whole entire game. I'm going to keep the chaser shot and the standard shot equipped. This stage is pretty platform heavy. I keep the charm and special the same, extra hit and laser. I don't even think I used the laser once in the stage, so it probably wouldn't matter either way. But here's the moment we've all been waiting for. Perilous Piers.
It's on.
The Perilous Piers becomes an oddball stage close to the end, but for right now the enemies are pretty standard for the most part, and the platforming is not too crazy. There are flying fish that move around like the Medusa heads from Castlevania. They're slightly annoying to deal with because they come out more often than I anticipate. The platforms here with the crabs on them. You want to make sure you land in the center of the platform and not the sides. You'll get hit by the claws. As demonstrated right there, I was a bit off. I will say this part is the halfway point of the stage. This lobster mini-boss is a pain in the ass who swims across the platforms like a moron. This guy will also shoot lightning bolts like he's Thor or something. But after enough homing shots to the face, the lobster will die, and end up as a main dish at a seafood restaurant. Oops! Yeah, let's forget that ever happened.
It's on.
Take 2,000. I've been into collecting t-shirts for a while now, and I found this really cool Cuphead t-shirt on Amazon that has Grim Matchstick on it, and it's freaking amazing. I also found a Metroid t-shirt on Amazon, and I'm like, do I want to buy this now or hold off? And I came to the conclusion of just holding off because I'm saving up money, and also the shirts are freaking expensive too. They're like $20. They're designer t-shirts after all. I guess that makes sense. Kind of. Maybe, I don't know. And speaking of Metroid, I kind of want to play Super Metroid again. That is such a fun game. It's probably the only Metroid game, well besides Zero Mission, that I truly enjoy playing, because the first Metroid game is the second Metroid is Metroid Fusion I didn't really care for when I first played it. My opinions may change when I play it again, I don't know. And Dread, I enjoyed Dread. Okay, so there's three. There's Super Metroid, there's Zero Mission, and then there's Metroid Dread. I love those three games out of the Metroid series. As for this part right here, if you fall into the water, you won't die immediately. You just get damaged and then thrown back up to safety. And that's the glorious plus side about Cuphead. Nothing in this game will kill you in one hit. You'll always have 3 or more hits to work with, and no matter how big the attack is, you'll only suffer 1 HP of damage. This is the trickiest part of the stage right here. You have to keep the octopus above water by hitting the signal on its head. All the while, ocean life is jumping out of the water and trying to kill you. If you don't have the chaser or even the spread shot, good luck. Because with the standard shot, you probably won't be able to get all the shrimp that are flying at you. Perilous Piers is not a stage you want to mess around with. In the order I went, I have one more run and gun stage to go, and that one is hard too, but not as dangerous as Perilous Piers was. To my left is the last Mausoleum in the game. The special you get from this area is the best weapon against the final boss.
Now go.
Mausoleum 3 is not that much more difficult than Mausoleum 2 is. The ghost will be a little bit more aggressive in coming for the vase. Or vase, I don't know how it's properly pronounced, it's tomato. Man, I like the music in the Mausoleum. Like I said in part 1, I'm not really the biggest fan of the Cuphead soundtrack, but the Mausoleum stages are definitely a highlight. I just like spooky music in general. The big ghosts will split off into 2 smaller ghosts when you parry them. You gotta watch out for that. Pac-Man needs to take lessons from Cuphead and Mugman. The dude literally needs to eat a power pellet in order to attack his ghosts. And in the later games, I guess he can jump over stuff. I don't know. I haven't played Pac-Man World. I died in the Mausoleum again. I suck at this. Yes, I know you're in there, Chalice. I'll try my best to save you from... wait a minute. Can't you just charm your way out of any situation? I guess this is before she knew how to tap dance, so I'll give her that. And also, she wouldn't be able to tap dance in ghost form because, you know, lack of legs. More spiraling ghosts. That pattern is a bit wacky to spot out. The Mausoleum stages are optional. You don't have to do these stages, but if you don't, you'll be missing out on ultimate moves that will help you out with the bosses.
Victory!
Thank goodness you came by. Those lousy ghosts had me, but good that time. Here's the last magical super art I was able to find for you. God mode activated! Well, time for me to take a powder. Good luck. What does that mean? The last super art is a giant version of Cuphead that you can control. If you aim and hold it on a boss, it will do a lot of damage. This is a very useful tool against the devil. Or basically any boss that is stationary. I'm going to buy the Twin Hearts. It will decrease my gun power even further, but I'll have more hits going into a fight. This is especially good for the boss fight with King Dice because you can actually get more hit points than just the standard 5 during that fight. Not everyone earns a grade A rank if you know what I mean, and not everyone can maintain that level of quality over time. Consistency, my dear friends, that's what it's all about. Then you will experience the scintillating sensations that I do. The next boss is pretty brilliant. I love this fight. It's Werner Werman in Marine Corps. Man, I have a hard time saying that name. It's Werner Werman. I'm unequipping the blue shot and replacing it with the spread shot and the chaser.
A great slam and then some. And begin!
A soup can as a tank. That's genius! Werner will shoot a dozen items from his catapults. Some of the bullets are pink. Whenever the pink springs come out, that means the tank will drive to the other side of the screen. Time the parry with the moment Werner starts to move. Jump over this attack. The bomb spreads will fly across the floor. And the pattern resets, just with Werner on the left side. Damn it! Keep getting hit. Actually, I think that was the first time I got hit, but I'll keep getting hit in this boss fight. Phase 2 is a bit more challenging. There are soda bottle caps on the sides. Is that a reference to Fallout? They act as buzzsaws, so don't touch them. Meanwhile, Werner's tank acts as a flamethrower and shoots on both sides and on both planes. And this phase is pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. Honestly, this fight reminds me of a Robotnik boss fight from the classic Sonic games meets Contra 3. Oh, it looks like Werner's dead. Tom here will attack with his paws. This setup is a direct reference to the Batman animated series video game on Sega Genesis. There was a boss fight in the Mad Hatter stage against an animatronic Cheshire Cat. Pretty rough boss fight. Oh, son of a... That plank of wood was cheap, game, and you know it. Whenever the cat slams the floor with his paws, wood will just start falling from the ceiling. another reference to the adventures of Batman and Robin. And the planks of wood do a good job of falling right in front of where I'm going. The final phase will also have you tend to two ghosts of Werner as well as the cat. The ghost will shoot bullets towards the ground and will split into two bullets along the floor. The funniest part of this boss fight is the transition to the final phase, when the mouse gets eaten. There's a William Hanna-esque scream and it's fucking amazing. Phase 2 again. Strategy is to stay on the opposite plane of where Werner is. If he goes up high, you go low. One more thing that caught me off guard is that the sticks holding the bottle caps do not hurt you. Ah, shit. The super art I got a few minutes ago probably would have been more useful on this cat, but the laser works just fine. Damn those planks, I fucking hate those. They fall right on top of you and a little bit ahead of you, and wow, that was lame. Super annoying to dodge. The ghosts will keep coming back even after you kill them, so just focus on the cat. Only one of us can die today. And here's another reference to Batman and Robin on the Sega Genesis. The cat's face falls down, revealing that it was a machine the whole time. That game was hard, too. I remember getting to the Mr. Freeze boss fight on my last continue, and then I died. It was very brutal. Anyway, I'll see you in part 4.
And now they're fighting for their lives on a mission fraught with dread. And if they proceed but don't succeed, well, the devil will take their heads.